So it turns out this machine is going to be saved after all. Got her up and going, got her moving. Look at that. Look at that. That is smooth and clean. Anyways, so there we go. Got her on C's, guys. Didn't even take 24 hours. A little bit of secret here. Seen someone else use this fluid film. Thought I'd give that a try on this machine. All the internals were sticky. Very clean. Very sticky, though. There's no rust on the internals on this machine. Like the crank underneath, all the mechanisms, just beautiful. So I just did a little back and forth with the fluid film and the sewing machine oil and flushed out all that stuff and put a little bit more lubricant in there. And yeah, she's moving nice now. Anyway, so I got all that cleaned up and going. Found these decals online for this machine, so I'm thinking I might just do a repaint and redecal. As much as I'd love to save it because this machine is from 1895. I do believe it's a model 28. I wouldn't say 28K, but I do know it's a model 28, I do believe. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna save this machine. I mainly got it for the crank. Anyways, also I thought I'd show you guys a little trick I do when I'm pulling my machines apart. Trace the parts on a piece of cardboard, poke a hole, put the screws in there. That way you can keep track of all the screws and parts and pieces, you know, while you're cleaning them. And then you take the screws out and clean them, as you can see. Front plate, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, yeah. It's one of the little tricks that I do. Not sure if anyone else does that. Just thought I'd show that little tip and trick. So there we go. The Model 28 is freed up and ready to go. And anyone's got any information on this machine to be great. I can't seem to find too many of them online that have this door in the back like this that's molded in. Because this is like a 3/4 size machine, not a full size machine. So it has a hand crank. You can see the decals there. They look better on the camera than they actually do in person, believe it or not, which is usually the reverse. You can see there's no word Singer or anything on it. It's been worn right off. But even this case, all the joints are apart on this case. If I spin this machine, sometimes the case actually comes apart. So I'm going to pull this case apart and re-glue it. And I know somebody has really beat the snot out of it, destroyed it there with the holes. Obviously they had it set up as a treadle at one time. I don't have the top for this machine, like the coffin case, because I would assume this would be a coffin case machine because it dates pre-1900. So yeah, quite a find. I wasn't expecting it to free up. I got this machine for 25 bucks just because I wanted the hand crank, and I just can't seem to get rid of a machine, especially one that runs smooth and quiet and like, I'm like, come on, look at that thing. That thing was locked up solid, and I thought it was just one part and piece, but somebody had lubed everything, and whatever lube they had used had turned into honey, like literally honey. So, but anyways, there we go. So I'm going to save this machine. If anybody's got any information on it, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a Model 28, you know. I looked up the VIN number. It comes up as a 1895, but obviously anything pre-1900, you really can't find out the model numbers or anything on there. I can't even show you guys the VIN number. But the VIN number has no letters or anything, no letter prefix. And it starts with a number 1. So 1248870, I believe. So, but anyways, I looked that up and found out that it's pre-1900. So a little hard to get rid of a machine that's that old, that's in this condition. Another thing I noticed about this machine, it's different than other machines. Maybe this might help somebody else. Look at this. These hinges are actually welded to the body. They're part of the bed, and then screwed on to here with flathead screws. So obviously that's probably original, but it's not that typical peg and screw system we see on Singers where you have the screws. So maybe that help with this machine. This kidney sort of shaped cutout door. These hinges. Another thing I noticed is I've seen some machines similar to this, but it's dual spool pins here, not one here and here. So I don't know if that helps identify this machine. Yeah, there we go. Any help would be great, guys, if you got any info or are into singers like I am. But yeah, thanks, and I'll talk to you soon, and stay safe.